And good evening and welcome back to another live Let's Play Blind and exclusive here to YouTube. I am your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who've never been here before, this channel is mostly about playing games blind for the first time, where we give our reactions, tell our own gaming things, tell plenty of bad jokes, and get involved with everything else in the chat box that way. So if you want to get any messages out there, I'll do what I can to interact with all of you thus far this evening. For those of you who've been here before, whether you've been watching me try to get further into the great temple here in Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, maybe you watch me playing the likes of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne and all the Persona games, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Danganronpa, all the many old school obtuse streams such as Manual Samuel and Doki Doki Literature Club, or perhaps you were here way back in the day for Final Fantasy 7 and Forza 4. Either way, a colossal, gigantic welcome back to everyone, because without all of you people, new and old, this channel, it would be active, but would be not anywhere near as interactive or as reactive. So one more time, the chat box is that way. Get your comments in there and I'll do what I can to interact with you all. So last time we played, we'd gone through a very, very annoying maze-like labyrinth area of warp points to reach the Karma Temple K. And I think we're at a point now where we're at a sense of point of no return here realistically, because if you look behind me, we have the elevator. If I take the elevator down, we came up here, so this is to show you why I think I'm at a point of no return on this save file. And there's a question here of whether we're going to be able to carry on depending on our level, but we can't go any further. The wall has been erected, and no matter how much you run around here, the enemies do not come. For once, we have a sanctuary from enemies, so we are locked in now. This is it for Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. So here's my team that I've got lined up for now. I've got some backups. It's a question, realistically, of what the enemies decide to go for. That's literally the only way we're going to know. So with that in mind, let's climb the stairs. As I've made some changes to the streaming software to try and capture in a slightly better way and a better quality. Please let me know what you all think out there of it. As I hopefully you'll notice some changeable atmosphere and things look better. Here we go. An overwhelming presence can be felt from the other side of the door. Open the door. Well, I can either sit here and do nothing, or open the door. I guess we've only got one chance. Let's find out. Oh no, it's Ananta. Oh god.
Replaying the Cyber Shaman's recorded message. I'm sorry, everyone. I remember everything now. I want you all to stay here. Please don't come any closer. Trust me, this is for the best. Goodbye. Thank you for everything you have done. That is all. Leave immediately. Then you face immediate termination.
I remember in Shin Megami Tensei 5, this boss being an absolute nightmare. Well, in SMT 5, the weakness was wind. I'm going to go for it, and watch it get blocked right back in my face. Called it. 7 turns? Seven turns. Wow. That is brutal. Now the question is, have I got the buffs? Because if I haven't, we've got a problem here. I don't want to take a risk. I'm going to go for Electric Drain just in case it uses Mizziodine or anything like that. Right, I've got Rakukaja at least. I think I'm going to have to re-skill my team at this rate. If it's all physicals like this, then it might be doable. For some reason, he's attacking Gale a lot. Right, Power Charge. What's he gone for here? Yeah, it seems to be a case of do attacks. Now, I'm wondering if it's worth attacking and try and taunt and debilitating him. I'm going to give it a try, just to take his defense way down. I'm going to give it a shot in the interim. For now, we are on the defensive. We are on the defensive for now. Uh-oh. Right, what's he going for? Oh. Ah, so that puts them... When they get hit by sleep, it gets them a critical. Simple maths tells her she's going to die. Unless she gets an evasion. And she got it. Oh, yes. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. Admittedly, that came because I actually attacked using... Because I took his defense down. By using taunt. So let's see if lightning does anything to him or if he repels it. Let's find out. Nope, that hurt him. Awesome. Right, so lightning is a weakness. Well, not a weakness, but it does damage. Yeah, that's frustrating. But if she can take the damage, then I can get out of this on the next turn. With an expensive but worthwhile spell. Yep, that's okay. Pass your turn if you can. Yep, fantastic, thank you. I'm happy with that. And this is the reason why. It's an expensive spell, but it was worth it. Just try a physical attack. Yep, that hurt it. Great. Right, so I've been stuck. Well, I say I, there's some surf. What it seems Ananta's gimmick is to pick one character and physically attack. Well, the fact is he's had 2 criticals. And that's unfortunate, because now he's going to kill her, and there's nothing I can do. Unless I get lucky. Yeah, there was nothing I could do. There was absolutely sod all I could do then. Right, luckily, I've got, down here somewhere, the infinite re-heal. Unfortunately, I've not got anything to take his attack down. I've not got Tyrande. If I had Tyrande, it'd be a different matter. I can use Attack Mirror as well, to be fair. I can use that on a turn as a way to get right. Where's that mover one? The one that allows me to use infinite healing. No, no. That's the one, Revival Orb. Now, I'm going to use this done for now if I can. It's the status moves, they're the problem. I was there selecting, I'm like, are you going to move? Yeah, the sheer volume of his press turns is a problem. However, I can cancel this on the next turn. And I've actually got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea here. It's not a particularly clever idea, but it's an idea that will work. What I'm planning... Yeah, that's heavy physical damage. We don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to taunt him. Now, considering that he's just taken a lot of... He's got a lot of physical turns, why would I do that? Well, my idea, so long as it works, and this is where I've got to be careful, because there's a chance it won't. If I go for a repel shield, and then give him the hero's ration. There we are. All his press turns have just been cancelled. Every single one of them. Oh, we just got an extra press turn as well. Oh, fantastic news. Definitely give us another Rakakaja while you can. As for you, pass your turn. I want to hit him with Zeodine again, because that did nearly half a thousand damage. Yep, that's fantastic. Now he's used Dekunda, which is probably the wisest thing you can do. Yep, there we are. So it's one of those, I think. How much... well, that's not that great. Yeah, so if he's going to do that on himself a lot, take about 500 health. That's annoying, admittedly. That is annoying. Oh, especially when he gets a critical hit like that. That's RNG for you. That's pure RNG. That's what happened then. There's not much you can do when the game decides that it's going to RNG you like that. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. Right, in that case then, 2 Rakakarjas is what we're going for. If we go for 2 Rakakarja, we can then counter. That's good. That's not good. That's worse. Oh, come on. It did 300 damage for a critical? It shouldn't have done that much damage. That's nonsense. He did 80 damage for a regular move and then did 300 for a critical. I'm sorry, but that's nonsense. That is totally... That's not appropriate at all. That is wrong. That's not even close to how it should be. Not even close. That was way more than it should have been. Right, I'm going to have to use another physical shield because I'm sick of him doing that. That's okay. That went better than it should have done, to be honest. That went a lot better than it should have. Right. I'm not taking any chances here. You are not having any press turns on the next turn. You're not getting a single move. You're not getting a move. You will not attack me. You're not getting a move. Nothing you can do. Again, Mudo. Oh, is this where he kills the party? Yeah, this is where he's killed the party. That. Don't get me wrong. I understand why it happened, but I think that when you've already got that many press turns, I'm sorry, but instant kills, this shouldn't be a thing. When you've got that many press turns, it should not be a thing. When the enemy has that many press turns, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's really unbalanced. Right, I'm not having this. We're stating, yes, I'm cheating. I'm not having this. Nope. That was the wrong person. There's nothing I can do. I can't win. I can't win the fight. I can't win. There's nothing I can do. The moment he used Madoon and killed 2 members of the party, there was nothing I could do. I can't win this fight. They've actually made this fight impossible to win. All because of the amount of press turns. I mean, I understand the boss having multiple press turns, I get that, but when they have 7... and every time you use anything to buff your defences, you get instantly taken out because of that. Right, I'm gonna reset this in a minute. I'm gonna reset because there's literally nothing I can do. There's literally the moment he started to use the instant kill move and he got that many successes, which is a rate I'd never get. I'd never get a rate as high as he's got. Never. So the moment he started doing that, it's impossible to win. So yeah, so it looks like you are the first one there tonight. Good evening, Mr. Jack. How you doing, mate? Right, no, you're not status affecting my party. I'm not having it. I say this is really. This is a fight that's actually nonsense, but for reasons you wouldn't think of. So what I'm going to do very quickly, I'm in an eternal loop. I can't possibly win. So I'm going to sort this out by quickly going to my system and I'm going to reset. Simple as that. I'm on an eternal loop. I was stuck on an eternal loop. There was no way I could possibly win. I was stuck on an eternal loop. And because I was stuck on an eternal loop, there was nothing I could do. And the moment that happened, the moment I started beating him. The moment I started beating him, it very conveniently started getting tons of status effects. And as well as that, I started getting the death moves. So I am going to do some changing. First of all, I know for a fact that wind is useless. So if you're not going to have wind, you are going to void. You can void nerve attacks, that's what you can do. Wind is absolutely useless here. You can also, as well as that, void physical. Because that's no use either. And Madoon is not going to work on a boss. So I'm also going to use... Ah, right, okay. I'm going to null nerve. That can go in place of Madoon. Okay. Meanwhile, good evening, everyone. How are you doing this evening? Just seen you here in the chat. I do apologise for not getting on. I've made some changes, actually, to the stream to try and actually boost the quality. Please let me know if you see anything any better. Tell me what you think, actually. This should be pretty good. I'm trying to find a heavy damage one. No, they're phasing ones. I don't want to give him any moves, actually. If anything, I want to boost my... I've got electric amp, so what I am going to do is I'm also going to put electric boost if I can. Right, hang on, here we go. So, yeah, I've not got physical repel, unfortunately. But I do have, as I say, electric boost. So I can go in place of fire resist because he doesn't use fire. Iron Stomach's no use in this fight because there's a boss. So instead, I apologise for this, people. I really do apologise, but I've got to sort my moves out because otherwise I'm going to have major problems. Physical resist increases tolerance to physical attacks and can decrease the damage. Let's take off light poison damage then. I definitely want that. Death resist. I'm definitely going to need that. That can be in place of electric drain because it doesn't use electric moves. Right, as for you, Makanda is useless because we don't have any magic attacks at the moment. So if anything, I need, if I've got it, Taranda. That's what I need. Yep. Also, Sukakaja would be great in place of Mabufalar. Makakaja would be great as well, in place of Hammer On. Then in here... you can null panic or null charm. Nulling panic is a good idea, actually. Especially, and if they also... yeah, because that'll get rid of some of the most dangerous moves. Raise MP, she's already got loads. Quickly over here... well, I'm just wondering if he has any moves which are the buffs or debuffs. If not, I may have to switch him out of the party. Because I need to have... I basically need to hit with... I need to do a very defensive strategy here. A really defensive strategy. So I do apologise for all the setup here, people. This is kind of frustrating. I know, it's not ideal to be in this situation. You see... down here, I've got null critical. I can null panic. You've not got the moves I need either. Have you got the buffs or debuffs? No. Right. What have I got? I say I because obviously it's the protagonist character, Surf. It's not actually me. No, that isn't me. Right, going down here. Aha, right, I've got Tarakarja, and I've got Tarunda. Right, okay, Tarunda can replace Ingest. What we're going to do is I've also... Do I have Void Physical? Yes, and I've got it equipped. Right. This is where we get quite boring, I'm afraid, people. This is one of the advantages of this game, but also one of the issues with it. It's having to constantly move around your skills and everything else. It's a very management-heavy game. So I do apologise for that delay. So I say, I like to hear your comments in there as well about how the stream's going. Does it feel smooth to you all? It should do. And you should also know that the character models look a little more high quality, because I've got a new way of capturing, which has made things a little better. At least I hope so. So we're going to try this again. Now that I've done all that, I'm going to do a quick state here. I don't like using states. I try to avoid it where I can in this game, because I've done it so far, but there's been some battles where I've had no choice to use them. I've already read this quote before, so I'm not doing it now. My answer's no. Physical Repel, a new combo is discovered. Oh, okay. And that's us too. Brilliant, that'll come in handy. And then for you, we're going to actually hit you. Oh, I've not got Rakakarja. Damn it, I accidentally took Rakakarja off. Right, so I can... And yes, we do have many snakes, unfortunately. I do apologise for that. There's not much I can really do. Now I'm going to hit you with Zeodine. And you, meanwhile... Ah, you do have Rakakarja. I thought I had Rakakarja. Ah, so you say the image is really clear. I'm glad to hear that. So Void Physical is not as good as Repel Physical, but it certainly helps. So it's good because it robs him of press turns, which is what we need, really. Now she can... what can I say? I didn't say she. Who's she? Argila can actually take on more moves here very quickly. Do we use Dis-Stun? It's a tricky one. I'm tempted to use a Dis-Stun here and actually rob him of move another time. Oh, we've also got Dikarja. That'll come in handy. Right, in the interim, meanwhile, not a hero ration. There we are, Dis-Stun. That's perfect. Because then what you can do is go for a Rakakarja again. Right, this is why Physical Repel is better. Physical Repel is better because what we can do is we can actually rob him of his press turns. We can't do that if we just use the physical... But the only problem is if I use Physical Repel, I can only attack with Argila. Unless... I've got an idea here. Ah, no, it doesn't let me do it. I wanted to change my order in my attacks, if you know what I mean. I mean, if I do Void Physical, I can still attack and it's going to do healing damage. And I can heal him. Yeah, I'd rather do that and keep the damage going. For now, if you can just give him a hero ration, I'll do it. I once watched House of the Dragon and binged it in 2 nights. Right, that could have gone a lot worse than it did. Yep, you passed your turn successfully. I'm glad about that. That's great. Because now what we can do is... not that. I mean, I can use salvation, but I don't want to use it if I can avoid it. It's... Panacea, that's the one. Thing is, I don't understand why that's even a thing. It should be there. But now, what I'm going to do is I'll cast another Void Physical. See, because we actually shield against certain moves, it's actually doing us quite a lot of good. So, the only problem is it's quite a boring strategy, this one, but it is working. It's a pretty dull strategy. But sometimes you have to go with dull strategies to survive. You say House of the Dragon was better than Game of Thrones, eh? That's interesting, Avian. I've heard different things about that, but then again, I've not seen it, so I can't really comment. And as for Spyro's voice in the original game, yeah, it was pretty poor. Right, he's gone for the Decarja Decunda, which is irritating. Oh, now he's raising his attacks. Luckily, I do have Decarja. I can use it as a move. This is actually going to be alright. Oh, well, I say that. Right, first of all, before I do anything else... I thought I had Decarja as a move. I know why I don't. I know why I don't have Decarja. I've just realised why. The question is, do I have a snake? Not a snake, sorry. Do I have an item that will do the same thing? Because if I do, I'd rather use an item for it if I can. Yes, I have 5. Okay. Now's the chance for me to do some damage to him. And then I've got a few of them down here. There we are, Decarja. I can do that as well, mate. That shield is good. That one is too. Oh, nice. That's not so good. Oh, well, it is when it misses. Fantastic. That went exactly the right way it could have done. Now, I'm going to play a different strategy here. This increases his physical attack, but it actually guarantees he'll attack me. Now, here's my plan. It massively weakens his defense. I'm now going to use... as soon as I can find it, an attack mirror. This should repel the attack back at him. That helps. That doesn't help. This is a problem. There's nothing I can do. I mean, luckily, so far it's held, but we've still got 3 turns to survive. Okay. Now he's using a more powerful move, which will likely hit. No! I'm surprised. And finally, one of us had to fall. It had to happen. Right, I'm going to state it there because he started doing this before and it caused major problems. Where all he did was start spamming Madoon. And if he does that again, and again and again and again, then I'm going to have to reload again and make one other change. Oh, well, now he's used Decunda. Ah, now he's going into I'm going to heal myself mode. This is where we definitely need a Decarja Rock. So that was powerful, but not as powerful as it could have been. Before I do anything else, I've not got many of these, but I'm going to have to use it. Because I can't risk you causing all kinds of damage to my team. I'm just not having it. And I'm going to try and cast Rakakarja. This might make him cast Decarja and waste one of his turns. Well, not waste it, but use one. And he's going for who? The one character has got a bit more defense to him. Right, let's try Void Fizz this time. This time we'll go for a Zeodine. And because I'm not in the... even though I'm halfway along, I don't want to waste my spells. And besides, I've only just used... what's his face? Rakakaja. Yeah, don't need it for the party. Have a hero ration. I'd say there's nothing I can do when he does that. You know, Madoon is such a... I hate that move. I hate it. I don't think bosses should have moves like that. I've always said I think it's unfair when bosses have the ability to use moves of that kind. I've never found it balanced at all. It's always seemed to they get much better hit rates, and they already have a load more health, and in this case a load more turns. So I don't think it's balanced at all. I think it's something that they got a bit better in later games, to be fair. They were a bit more balanced. Oh, nice. I mean, that was a better turn for recovery. That was a much better recovery turn. We did better there. We got better odds at least. So while the moves themselves were annoying, at least we managed to get something going on. Right, he seems to have a defensive thing active, but he's also, I've just noticed, started to droop his head. Come on, can we do this? Well... not when he does that, we can't. There's one way around this. There's one way that I can fix this. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Not happening. Absolutely not happening. No way. No, 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 no. I am not having that. That's getting a state load. I'm state loading that. I am not having my party members withdrawing. No. You are taking the piss if you're doing that. That's not happening. I'm loading that state too. I'm not having it where the computer gets that level of odds for status effects and everything else. I'm not having it. I don't care if it's cheating. I don't care if it's breaking the balance of the game. I don't care. I am not having that. I am not accepting it. I absolutely refuse. Right. I'm going to go for a Void Fizz here. Yeah, I don't think Ananta is meant to be, it's not, I don't think it's meant to be the Hydra, but it certainly has echoes of it. Right, if he's just going to spam death moves, I'm not having it. Yeah, the moment that two of my characters are dead, the moment that happens, I'm not accepting it. The moment that happens, it's not happening. Fine, let's try a different strategy. Just because you're losing doesn't mean you're gonna start spamming death moves. I'm not having it. I need to do the move before he runs away. I say, people might call this cheating, but I'm sorry, I'm not having it. Where if the computer has been given an unbalanced skill set, I'm going to rebalance the game by using states. I will rebalance the game. That's helpful. Managed to dodge the moves, that's really useful. Right, do us a favour. She can use this stun. That's one thing she can do. There he goes. Bye-bye. Yes, I admit, I used states. I took advantage of being able to reload in battle, but you know what? For a Soma, 225,000 Maka and 23,000 Karma, I'm going to accept that. We've also got a couple of new skills. So Aguilar has learned wind spells. Cielo has learned some nice, useful ones for null nerve, null poison and status moves too. As for status moves, right. So far it's proven pretty useful to raise these three. Hey, and luck went up too. Right. So we've only just essentially it won't let me use a move for her because she's been stunned. Right. The question is, go back through this door. There was no hall. There was no enemies in this hall. So we may find ourselves in a grind situation here, I'm afraid, people, because I get the feeling I am underleveled. I think that's part of the problem too. I get the feeling my characters are a bit underleveled. But the thing is, let's first of all get the game saved. Having fought Ananta. Part of the reason that battle was so difficult was the amount of press turns it was given. I understand it's a boss, so don't get me wrong, I get that a boss should be able to have more turns, but I think 7 turns, and no, unless you've got a specific slot, you can't really take them out. I think that's a bit silly. In Shin Megami Tensei 5, there's one boss that can have a lot of press turns unless you do a quest on the side, which allows you to take a lot of their moves out of the equation. And I quite like that because it encouraged you to explore the whole map and get something out of it. Whereas here, it was just a case of, yeah, we're taking this away from you, what are you going to do about it, kind of thing. And I thought it was a bit, as I say, it was just a bit unbalanced. I won't say it was unfair. In parts, it felt like it was, but it wasn't really. It was more a case of, could I have done more to get through it? Yes, I could. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you can. Right, I need my eating move back, and there's one which I quite like called is it? That's the one, Devil Feast, Ingest. And then there's Great Feast, which is low odds, but it's all and takes a lot of damage. Right, okay, in that case, I am going to have Fizz Resist off. Fire Resist, that's what I need. There it is. Fire Resist, it'll go on there as well, that's fine. And then as for you, you need your eating move back, so you can have Ingest again. In place of Null Panic. Samurai Cards, Sukakaja, and Rakakaja. Not really what I need. I need Resist Wind, actually. I think that's why I had to go in through learning the wind moves, because I wanted to get wind. I wanted to get cover a weakness to wind. But for now, that's actually quite a decent healer set. We'll go with that. Time to buy ourselves some new Karma Mantra while we're at it. Let's say, if I have to grind, but we'll see where we go. As I say, the main thing is just keep the game going. And say, we've got quite far into this game now, I think. And I say, you say I'm very focused. I think part of it is because, as I say, my new capture software has moved the chat a bit further back, so I'm having to look over a bit more. And due to that, I'm actually basically picking things up a bit quicker, but it's going alright. Yep, that's 25,000 marker, we can have that, that'll do. It's like low level, I admit, but the reason for it is I wanted to get something there. So ailment inducing skills now at maximum. So up here. Yeah, that's expensive. Go on, you can learn that. That's what you can learn. Ah, you've got South Park the Stick of... I've heard about South Park the Stick of Truth, actually, Aristotle Jack. I've never played it, but I've actually heard it's one of the better adaptations of a franchise. And I believe it took a long time to come out. Apparently, it took something silly like... Was it 8 years or something daft like that? It was in there for a very, very long time. It was in development hell, as they call it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to get that elevator. I meant to go up the stairs through the door. No matter. But yeah, so I'm glad that the stream is looking a bit smoother and the character models are a lot clearer. As for the Metal Gear Solid stream, Aristotle Jack, it was fine until the two final bosses. The first final boss had slowdown that made it almost unplayable at points and made it very, very difficult to beat. And then there was another fight which was just really irritating because of the way the game was put together. But it was a good stream. We were on for a very, very long time. I think we finished at something daft like 1:45 in the morning over here. It was like a 5.5 hour stream. Did it in 2 parts, but it took a long time. Got the code name Leopard, I think. Oh, hello. You must be suffering. Hold on, Sarah. We'll catch up with you, no matter what happens. You'll catch up with me? What do you mean you'll catch up with him? What are you on about?
We can't sit back now. Come on, Surf. Their defenses are getting notably stronger. If we continue, then we probably won't be able to turn back. So am I. I'm sure Heat, Aguila, and Cielo feel the same way. Let's go, Surf.
Ah, so you watched the end later on, did you, Avian? You say it was good. Awesome. Now, you can really see there are a lot of jaggies on the edge here. That is unfortunately just the way it's been rendered. That's nothing to do with the way I'm playing the game. It's just the way it's been rendered. As I say, I mean, I will explain more about how I've done this capture mode soon. I will explain it a bit more. But I think we've got a cutscene now. Is this Tartarus all over again? It feels like we've reached the top of Tartarus here. We are way above the clouds. Air must be brilliant.
Angel! I know you're here!
Angel? Angel? Oh, there's a Rakshasa. I remember fighting them, but I don't think they had the same resistances. What the hell?
Thanks to them, the shell has finally cracked open.
Who the hell are you?
Caused me quite a bit of trouble.
If I go back, will you leave the junkyard alone?
I do not like wasting time. Do you really think I'd agree to that, knowing what I plan to do through you?
No. I can't do such horrible things. Please go!
The hell?
Impressive, but you are the only remaining Cyber Shaman. It took 5 years to perfect the virus, but you can already use it with ease.
The virus?
However, I do not like wasting time. This wasn't easy to find.
Oh, and now she's attacking a
You
Rakshasa.
care that much? Since you show no signs of regret, I'll make this simple for you. Seraphita.
It's probably not as entertaining as a new Avatar movie. Let's be honest here.
These are clouds?
This isn't good. It looks like the tower's cracking. No, okay. The storm's just been. Yeah, look at the green line on the outside. Oh, great! The world's been erased. We're being deleted. That's what's happening. My theory was true. We're in the RPG version of the Matrix.
This don't look good.
No, it doesn't. You're not wrong, Shielo. You are not wrong. The topmost level, we're on our way. Oh, let's have a chat while we can. No, the junkyard is disappearing. Our comrades are still down there. Okay, we really are in trouble now. If we don't hurry, then we will be erased too. Yeah, I told you before, people, I'm refusing to try and do a Jamaican accent because it'll sound racist. I can't do it. And no worries, Arista Jack, you got yourself going. You get yourself some sleep, mate, and catch you later.
Is this also Sarah's doing? I can't think of anyone else with enough power to do such a thing. Or are you suggesting someone as powerful as Sarah is responsible?
Ah, we are actually going in a continuous loop around the tower. That's kind of cool, but also kind of annoying. Reminds me in many ways of the final part of Persona 5 Royal. No spoilers for that, by the way. But there was a point in that which is kind of similar.
Sarah's in trouble. Can't you tell?
Yes, I can. That's why I'm climbing the tower. Let's go. There's nothing more I can do. I can't grind. I can't go anywhere.
Stop! I'll do anything you say. Please, don't delete them. Sarah!
Is that Angel?
How do you know that name?
Thank you for coming. I intended on bringing you back, but plans have changed. This matter no longer concerns you, so why don't you be good little children and leave?
We've had enough of your damn orders! We are taking Sarah to Nirvana. So get your snobby bitch ass out of the way!
Stop them.
Stay back!
I didn't think she'd do it literally. That's annoying.
What are you doing to us, Sarah?
I'm glad that we could say goodbye.
The fuck?
Don't. You can't.
Oh, here we go. Surf is embracing the protagonist powers, it would seem. And he's actually getting his momentum to move. Ah, nice one. He's following him.
Back. Stay where you are, sir.
Damn it!
Somehow Surf is like, no way. I'm coming whether you like it or not. This is awesome, actually. Oh, here we go. What the? Is he going to transform?
Thank you.
You are beautiful.
Yeah.
To survive, you devour others. A demon epitomizes karma in its simplest form. That should not be wasted. But your hopes and beliefs are utterly worthless.
Yep, I was right. He's transformed.
At last we shall see the maturation of the seed I have sown in you!
Bring it on!
Okay. Oh, is that a Monokuma version of Shiva? Am I the only one seeing this? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? No, I'm not. Apart from using Xandine, I don't want to risk it. I'm going to pass for now. I've not had much luck with moves of that kind, so I'm going to go for the first turn with a couple of debuffs and buffs. Right, because I passed turn, try attacking her. That was annoying, but okay. Right, let's give it a try. No, that hurt her. Okay, good start. Okay, try a Zeodine. That hurt too. Okay. Right. Okay. Music's cool. I like the music. In fact, is it just me who thinks this guitar line is very similar to Throw Your Mask Away? For those of you who know which song I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean. This sounds very similar to Throw Away Your Mask. Hunger Wave. What does that do? Oh, that's the hunger move. And this is where... Oh. Nice one. Thank you very much, Sarah. You're still fighting for us. That's fantastic. I actually didn't think that'd be one of the things that'd be in the game. I didn't think she'd be coming back. I don't want to run the risk of using the buffs too many times. So what I'm going to do is switch to Sukukaja. Now, what's she doing? Ah, okay, she's gone into Surge mode. That was the face of Surge Beast form. That's interesting design, though. I like it. Oh, nice! The damage the move put out was annoying, but the actual move looked fantastic. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... No point using Dekaja. Oh, will there? The fact they allow me to use it. What I'm going to do instead is go to... Where are you? Revival Orb. The thing is, while that's really... Unless it's healing her, that could actually be a strategy that's really boring. Let's see if I can do it again. That was like a death move. That's what that was. I mean, I can actually taunt and raise the attacks that she does, and I'm feeling cocky enough to do it. Say Avian, if you look it up after the stream's over and check it out, I'm sure you'll get what I mean. I'm almost certain you will. Right, now it's changed to a different mode, which is a Vaikunta. Ah, that put her into stone. Right, okay, I need to be very fast here. The stone, the stone, the stone. I've got some of you, I'm sure of it. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted. I needed that immediately. Not messing around with that. Absolutely not. I'm going to gamble on another... I'm going to gamble on Makakarja. Oh, now she's using Debilitate. Which is where you can do... Hopefully, I should have at least one. Oh no, I don't have it. Damn it! I thought I had a Dekunda, but I don't. I don't want to use Primal Dance. I don't want to use a move like that. Try and attack her. Pretty decent damage. Nothing too serious. Okay, and use another Makakarja. Right, now we're needing to do something about that because our overall performances are dropping. Unfortunately, I don't have Dekunda, which is really annoying. My own fault, don't get me wrong, it's down to me, that. So I have no idea if the Dekarjas work, but here we go. Because we've had that twice, we'll cast Rakakarja. Right, here we go. Is that another change form? Looks like it. Gone back to that form. The one that used very... Oh, Genocide. Right, that was an annoying move, but okay. I can take it on the chin. It's not a big deal. Go with Mazandine. Well, not Mazandine, just Zandine. You say it seems like an endgame fight, Avian. It certainly has the epic style of it, doesn't it? It looks very much like an endgame fight. That move's irritating, but we can survive it. It's more a question of... Do I have any other medical thing? Yeah, I do. I have plenty of medical kits. Right. The idea is to try and counter...
Impressive, but it ends here. You shall not escape this purgatory.
Hey, I'm not on my third turn. Ah! It's Super Saiyan mode. I should have seen that one coming. That's creepy with the mask opening up though, I love that. Right, okay. We're restarting the fight at least, so that's a good start. This is cool music. Right, for now... Pass your turn while I look to get some... Ah, yep, so we've got multiple orbs to take care of. This is going to be irritating. Weaken nose. I get the feeling, yeah, if you notice, there's different... orb colours. I can see them. So it's one of those, I think, where we're going to need to target our attacks for certain kinds of magics and have to switch our party members out. Which is kind of cool. But also kind of irritating. Right, so as a test... Yep, there's the electric core. Ah, yes. This is where I've got a problem. I've got a big problem here. Because that's her weakness. And then Dekarja. So it's a sense of like taking out the main boss. This is a bit more like it in terms of a boss fight. Take out the electric core. Excellent, that one's gone. The question is, how long did it stay down for? That's the next question. This music's great. Right, now it's brought an element core. Is it bringing one of them back? Yeah, it is. Is it going to bring them both back? Oh, no. That's a major problem. Especially when you're frozen, there's nothing you can do. Right, okay. It seems kind of pointless attacking the cores. Ah, but that does damage back to us. Great. That's it. We've lost this battle now. This battle's over. I'm going to have to reload my state and start again. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do that in a moment. But again, it's like, this is one of those where unless you know in advance, it's kind of tricky to know where to go with it. Yeah, this is where we're dead. Right, well, let's see what happens. Right, no, we've got a chance here. Right, okay, first of all, I daren't attack with him, because if I do, I'm gonna get him killed by poison. So instead, what I'd like you to do, even though I'm planning to do another move. Right. Decrease all their attacks. And then finally a salvation. God. That's the issue. It's the status moves. The status moves are the problem. And the thing is like, oh, not that move. Oh, this is... Save state. I'm doing it. I'm stating it. Right, I'm going to see what if you are immune. Right, I get the feeling it's immune to all attacks until you take all its shields out. But the problem is they keep on respawning, and you don't get criticals, so I don't see how you'll be able to do it. I don't see how you'll be able to get the damage in. Like, I know for a fact the Earth Core, not the Earth Core, sorry, the Wind Core. So I don't know what the problem is. You can't. Ah, hold on a second. Just had a thought. See if I can survive the turn. 'Cause if I can, we might be on. I might be onto something. It created the repel. It said Arihara created a force repel shield. That's what it said. So, if I instead... I'm going to take a gamble on something here. I've just done a state on purpose. I've had an idea. What if I ignore... Right, so... It said it created a force repel shield. So it suggests to me the only way you can win is by taking all these out, but you don't get enough press turns. I don't see how it's possible. I don't see a way to do it. Because every attack I've tried so far, I've tried wind, I've tried electricity, I've tried physical. Not a single one of them has hit. They've all been repelled. Now, what I can do is I can create like a void move or... Ah, that's a point. There is one idea I can do in the next turn, and I'm going to do it. I've been on the defensive here. Now, what I want to try is robbing it of press turns. There's one thing I can do. Yeah, I was shocked at the wrong time. Oh, I've not got it equipped. Of all the times to not have it equipped, it's too late to go back, so I might be stuck here. Yeah, because I've not got electric repel either. My plan was to use one of the repel moves. But I've not got it. I'm gonna have to change party member. I don't want to use salvation. Not if I can avoid it. This is impossible. It's impossible. You don't have enough turns. I don't have enough turns. That's the problem. If I had enough turns, it'd be fine. But I don't have enough. I don't have enough turns. There's no way to get turns. There's no way to get press turns. If I could get press turns, it would be a different story. But I can't get them. Because even if I take out one core and it brings it back, I'd take out 2 cores. I'm not going to have enough turns. And I'm running out of MP. I think I've screwed myself. I think I'm going to have to go back and do the other boss fight again. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go back and do the other boss fight again. There's nothing I can do about it. And I think I know why. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to see this again, I'm afraid. Because the game's mechanic means unless you play through the entire game and know every strategy, you have to constantly reload. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm really sorry about this, guys. They've not made this... The problem with this kind of fight, and to say, it's just one of those things. You just have to bear it as it is. But... I know now what I need to do, but the problem is, there's no save point. There's no way to restore. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that the game forces you to constantly have to reload every single time. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a challenge, but I like it to at least have some balance. Like here, there's only one thing I can think of for this, which is really, really annoying, and it's going to be really boring. But I'm going to have to, literally... make it so that every character has at least 2 different dying moves. It's the only way to do it. There's no other way. So there's not much else I can really do. Now, the issue I've got is she's not got any of the big ones. So, just wonder if there's anything else I can use. Yeah, that's not helpful at all, that. The only way I can think of that we can do this, as awkward as it is, and it is really awkward, yeah, because he's got Agidine. I'm going to say he's mostly a physical character, whereas you've got, obviously, Zeodine. I've not got anyone with real ice affinity, that's the problem as well. I've got Zandine, Agidine, Zeodine. Ah, I've not got a second one. Oh yeah, Bufudine. So I've got 4 of them. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he also has Pterodyne. No point having quick escape equipped, and there's no point having thingy equipped either, actually. I just realised. Another thing we can do here, something I'm definitely going to do, is Force Drain. Electric Drain. There's no point in having Mediorama either. There's no point having that equipped. So instead, what we will have is Null Panic. That'll come in handy. Yeah, see, same. He's got moves here which are all for this. I can actually give him Bufudyne. So I've got another option there. So I've got 4 elements on one character. And he's also got Iron Stomach equipped, which is useless in this battle. We're not going to be ingesting. So there's no point equipping that. So instead, Null Panic would be good for Iron Stomach. Now the question is, do I gamble on putting Null Nerve on there as well? Because I've already got Bufudyne equipped. So that way I've got Fire, Wind and Earth. There I've got Ice and Electricity. So that might be all of them covered off. That could be helpful. Meanwhile, as for you, what you can do is, because it's your... Well, if he's going to cast Fire Force Drain at the start of every turn, that's going to give me an option to potentially get some turns back. But if I give her Force Repel, that could also come in handy. You say, this is SMT being SMT, absolutely, you're not wrong. So, I'll quickly save this on a different slot. Because I said, I'm at a point now where I can't grind. There was no warning that there's nowhere else to grind, and I'm not going back and going through that dungeon again. I'm refusing to do it. I'm refusing. In the words of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I refuse. Especially spend the night grinding. I'm not willing to do that. Not that I want to. I want to just get on with it. But I don't think I can skip the scenes either. At least I don't think I can. Though I can skip the scene another way, which is going to sound really, really awkward, but it's a way of doing it. That is undrinkable coffee, so I'm not going to touch that anymore. Though I can skip it. So far in this hour and 13 minute fight, we've had literally one battle. We've caused a ton of damage, which has been awesome. But what we haven't done very well is stand up against the boss at the top. With the again, it's like, I don't mind it having like the multi-element thing, but it's the fact that you've got to try and take out 3 per turn realistically to have a hope. Right, now we've got some actually shared moves. We've got Mabufudyne and Mazandyne, so we've got a double shot, which could come in handy. For now, though, let's just attack as best as we can. We get to listen to this awesome music again. Now, if you're going to use Debilitate a lot, that's not so annoying. I can put up with that. It's frustrating, but I can put up with it. Yeah, it would be annoying for me to do that, Avian. You're not wrong. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of Throw Away Your Mask. Very, very similar. And of course, you can't say that Atlas ripped themselves off, because you can't rip yourself off, as far as I know. It's like, it's a plagiarism argument. You can't plagiarise yourself. But I say, I do love the kind of, like, Monokuma design that they've given this anime. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, the attack failed. That's annoying. Fortuitously, I have equipped the fire resist, which was Surf's weakness. Surf was weak to fire, but we actually covered it off this time, which makes things a little simpler. How many of these have got? Quite a few. Oh, I got a critical attack. That's always annoying. Especially when they use Mazandine for it. Oh, it doesn't count as a pressed turn because it already had one. That's helpful. What I will rely on here is doing enough damage. And then I will hit a salvation. Another transform. They've got all three of us. Oh, come on. That's broken. I'm sorry, that is broken. Hit another force drain while we can. I've just got to sit out for one more turn, and then we'll be back to normal. That's okay. Apart from the stone, I can't do anything about that. I say I don't like that move because there's no way to counter it aside from that particular song, and I find it really a bit. A single character, I understand, even a couple of characters, but when it hits all three, I think that's a bit unrealistic. Right, okay, I've had enough of that. There's a reason I've got them. Take your buffs and shove them. Your buffs are done, mate. I'm not having that. You're not buffing yourself every 2 seconds on my watch. Unfortunately, this is where I made a problem as well. I didn't cover the lack of Dikunda. That would have been more helpful. There's nothing I can really do about it. See, our magic now is almost doing no damage. It's the only real way to hit it. Helpful. That did no damage to us, so I'm okay with that. I think I'm going to have to use, what's his face in a moment. The increased physical move that I've got. Taunt. Right, now it's gone into the death character. It's pretty powerful, actually. Yes, they say there's nothing you can do against that move. There's literally nothing you can do. Apart from constantly bring characters back to life. But this is why I'm glad that I bought the Revival Orb. That's okay. I've not got Taunt equipped. I thought I had Taunt equipped. I must have took it off. So this is the problem, like, you know, when you're trying to prepare for so many things, it becomes very tricky to balance your moves out for what you think you need. And that's okay, it's just irritating. Yeah, it is a bit like Zeus from SMT 5, the split colours one, actually, now I think about it. It's a good shout, that Avian. It's actually a really good shout. Right, okay. I'm F1ing here. So then we can summon into the next fight. And my idea is to literally just try and take out a couple of characters as quickly as possible. Well, not a couple of characters, a couple of the orbs. Now I'm going to very quickly... That's a different slot. So I've got multiple slots available now. So, let's start attacking. Yeah, that's the gold core. We don't want that one. If this hits, I'm F3 him. That's fine, we'll carry on. Now something I need to do on this turn. In fact, now I am F3 him. I've just remembered something. I knew there was something that I remembered, and that was it. Where's our defense? Well, that's helpful, because now it's cancelled the turn. Really cheap. That multiple moves of that kind. It's really quite cheap. Okay. Right, you can do us a favour by casting Force Drain. You can cast... What you can do actually is use a medical kit. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and rebuff the party. That's state 4, because if this doesn't work I'm going to go back to state 3. That's right, we're stating this, people. If the game's gonna break the rules, so am I. Well, it's not breaking the rules as such. It's just that I'm gonna balance it in my favour. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if this is one of those times where if it's gonna constantly cast Decarja, I'm not gonna waste my turn. Nope. I'm not being hit by that move. I am not accepting Blood Curse. That's a really unbalanced move. It's really unbalanced. I'm not having it. Nope. Sorry about this, people, but I am not accepting it. I'm not accepting it. I am not accepting that move. I'm not allowing it. There you are. If you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat as well. If you're gonna use a move which is busted and unbalanced, then I'm gonna do exactly the same thing right back at you. I can be unbalanced too. This is the problem. It's the lack of balance. Because again, it's got too many press turns, and unless you can get it to use a different thing, it's like it's the same problem that the Ananta fight had. It isn't actually Well, looking at the moves themselves, it's not that big of a challenge, but the problem is that the amount of press turns is making it almost impossible to make any progress. So it's created a fire repel shield. That's helpful. That's okay. Right, so... Right, okay, go with... I swear I'm gonna gamble. I'm saying, I've not been able to damage the boss yet, and I think you got to try and take out all its cores. Because every time I've attacked it with anything else, in fact, I'm gonna do that on my next turn. If I get a next turn. If I don't get a next turn, I'm gonna have to reload. Well, I have to reload actually. Let's see. Wow. Why has he been reverted? I'm not having that. I am not having that at all. Not a chance. I'm not having that. Right, so if I use wind, watch what happens. Blow back at me. Let's try Agidime. Blown back at me. Let's try Pterodine. Blown back at me. Let me try physical attack. Physical attacks work. So unless you want to physical attack it to death and just keep trying to punch it, the only thing you can really do is try to rob it of press turns. And now it's going to go for Blood Curse. Typical. But it missed, fortuitously. So that's okay. Thank you. Right, I'm just going to... Out of curiosity, the question is... I'm going to try something else. Right, let's see what this does. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Almighty damage is absolutely useless. And that's almighty damage. Oh, it's not going to do any damage. Yeah, it's not worth bugger all. It's not worth it. Oh, now he's created a physical repel shield, has it? Right, so is this a case of every time you do an attack? So how do you hit it? This is the issue I've got. There's like there's no apparent strategy for being able to get around it. That I can see. I can't see any obvious strategy. I mean, obviously you can attack that and get yourself some major style. That's all you can really do. Let's have a great. No, I don't need a great chakra actually. I don't need that. Yeah, I've got moves for that, so that's okay. Right, for now then, let's try a Makakaja. It's almost like I'm fighting a puzzle boss. But the problem is, there's no... If I could get press turns, if it was like in any other time, opposite element, weakness, and you can hit a weakness, that'd be fine. But it seems that they don't have that. Now he's created a force repel shield. So, typical. Because I managed to take out one of his things, I'm going to do a hunger thing and take your character away from you. I'm going to have to... I might have to look up an FAQ for this in a minute. I might have to look up an FAQ. Because I'm not seeing any way to attack it. Right, yeah, so that repels. Okay, Xandine. That repels. Agidyne. That repels. Pterodyne. That repels. So I'm just going to see, can you do like... If I go to the next... No, because you lose your turn. Right, I'm sorry about this, guys. I do apologise. But I'm FAQing it. I'm fed up. I can't get any attacking at all. I apologise. I'm tapping out, but I'm getting fed up with this. I'm sick of it. Right. If what's just been revealed has is correct, then unfortunately I'm going to have to fight the other boss again. If what I've just read is right, then I don't think there's any way I can win this fight. I don't think there's any way. I certainly can't win it if I do that. Right, you might wonder why I've gone back to the beginning. It's because I want to try something. And if it's going to work, I'm going to need to... Yeah, right, okay. So essentially, I am right. I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, reload my game because I need to do something here, which is there's only one way I can do it. I'm gonna have to do another system reset. This is something that the game doesn't make clear, but essentially, having looked at an online guide very briefly, essentially the only way you can win it is by taking out a core and then using essentially a move which has got boost moves for the other ones. And I'd say, unfortunately, I think I'm screwed. I don't think I've got any way of beating the boss unless I can grind my way through it. So We'll quickly go to... which slot was it? You see, so I've been loading that many times. I'm struggling to remember which one's which. I think it's this one. So... what we're going to need, first of all, is set the team. And then what essentially I need to do... so I can see I've got Zeodyne there. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. And unfortunately, I don't think I can beat. I don't think I can complete the game. I don't think I can complete it. I don't actually think I have any way of completing the game. I do not believe I have a way of finishing the game. I think I'm actually screwed. I think I'm actually screwed. Right, first of all, you don't need... I'm just going to need to put on something. Right, instead of Tarandart. I don't think I can win the fight. I don't think it's possible. I think the only way I could possibly do it, which is going to be tricky, is if... yeah, because I've got the electricity one on there. Have I got ice boost? Again, this is where... this would be fine if I had somewhere I could actually grind and get my characters up to low, but I can't. I've not got the option. I've got no way of doing it. So I've got both Bufudyne and Zeodyne at max. Right, I'm going to try it again. I want to show rather than tell, Avian. I want to show rather than tell. I might be able to potentially grind my way through it as hard as it's going to be. As annoying as it's going to be. But I'm going to go for it. There is one chance here. One shot at glory. So I'll skip all the dialogue. So unfortunately, there's no random battles. At least the... right, hang on a second. I've had a thought. If I can grind, I can find a way to do it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to grind. There's nothing I can really do about it. So I was currently learning that for physical moves. I'm gonna skip that, and I'm gonna instead go down to learn a move which I've not got affinity for. I'll go for this one. Actually, no. Is fire. So actually, Miragidyne. I've already got that mastered. Right, that means I've got Miragidyne available as well. Great, okay. That's fine. So we can teleport, but the issue is I might have to go through that annoying dungeon again to get up to the next point, but there's not much I can really do about it. With this, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to go and do some grinding. And if I can, as boring as it's going to be, and I'm sorry to do this to you all people, I really am sorry, but the game has made it evidently clear that the level I'm at is not good enough, and I need to build things up. Yep, so the elevator's in this direction. At least I hope it is. If it takes me down, then I'm going the wrong way. Nope, we've gone upwards, that's good. Okay. I'm going to say, if we do have to go by the slide dungeon again, then so be it. I'll have to do it, but at least there'll be a chance to grind. There is that too. I can't remember if these guys had a weakness. Are they weak against fire? Say if grinding's necessary, it's necessary, but I don't like doing it. As I say, I can't stand doing it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, because they're weak, they're only real. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Right, because they're weak against fire. Set. Yep, okay. I have a Miragidine. I'll put that in place of Null Panic. I'd rather not Null Panic. Although I can do it at the moment, actually. If I put Null Panic on, it'll give me an option for this part of the dungeon, which is the grind part. So it's just frustrating when the game is set up, so unless you have a specific thing, and again, you have to have the knowledge in advance, that's the problem for me. It's the lack of ability to really know. You're looking around, it's like, how are you supposed to know that this is the strategy if you've not got the moves? It's just, this is the one thing that they got wrong, in my opinion. They could have done this better. They could have been better equipped on that, in my opinion. For now, I'm going to take off Bufudine, and instead I'm going to put in its place. I'm going to put another thing on here. In fact, I might put Fire Ramp on instead. Yeah, I'll put Fire Ramp. Just so I've got some strategy. Say, it's just, I don't like having to bore you all with this kind of thing. I find it very, very annoying. But unfortunately, the game has been set up in a way, if you want to be able to survive, you need to do that. Right, I need to also, actually, while I've got the chance, get her to learn some high level magic. By her, I mean, of course, Argila. But yeah, we are climbing, so that's good. I mean, the good news is that we are at least getting stronger. So you can see there, the elevator is beyond us. But the wall has been filled out. Why are they always getting the initiative? I never get the initiative! Apart from against bosses. It seems aside from bosses, I don't get any initiatives whatsoever. I don't get that. Why is it I never get the initiative? Oh no, he should be dead by now. I've definitely done more than 1500 damage. I've definitely done more than 1500. I did way more than 1500 damage. I hit him at least 3 times for 500. And then hit him for 170. Right, you are history. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. Right, I'm going to use these for now. So we've got to go into the dungeon, unfortunately, people. We've got no choice. And I say that makes me quite annoyed. Assuming I even can. Oh, now we've been ambushed with no time to transform. So I'm not taking any risks here. Until I escape. I'm F1 him. Okay. The good news is I might be able to. Oh no, I can't. I can't just go straight to the next one. That's this guy. If I'm not mistaken, were they weak to gun? Because if they were, I'm going to have to revert. No, they repel gun force. Oh. Great, so they null absolutely tons of attacks. They null almost everything. Wow. Okay, that's frustrating. Oh god, they also have an absolute crap ton of damage in terms of resistance. That's just not what I need. Right. Oh, I've got Force Drain with him, but never mind. I'm gonna have to waste the MP. Oh, that was worthless. Right, this had better be worth it. I had better get a load, and I mean an absolute load of karma from this. I had better get a load of experience points. I will not be happy if I'm doing this and getting nothing for it. Not much you can do that. Right, okay, he's going for Mind Charge, which is irritating. Thank you. There he goes. Okay. How much is it worth? That's the question. Not a lot. Not worth the fight. Not worth the battle. I think this is part of the problem. Actually getting the experience is so difficult right now. It's really tough to get enough experience. It's like getting the experience is the really hard part. Oh, right, okay, so I can't go that way. Ah, that's right. Yeah, you have to go into these points, don't you? Nope, I'm not fighting you. I'm not wasting my time fighting a Nidhogger. I am not wasting my time with that. Right, so if that's guaranteed to be the next fight, then I'm just going to keep F3 until I avoid it. I'm sorry, this might be cheap, this might be repetitive, and I do apologise, people, but unfortunately the game has made it where you're at a point, and unless you know in advance, you're going to struggle. Now, I know for a fact, if I'm not, well, relative fact, I'm pretty sure this guy's weak to gun. Oh, no you don't. Pass your turn. There we go, that was worth it. Especially when you get a load up like that. Mazama, Force Drain. So I can upgrade her Repel skill to Force Drain instead. Because obviously what I want to do is I want to get her to have Force Resist. That's what I'll really need. Right, so there's a save point. So I think this is part of the problem really, but as I say, so we're into a relaxed grind stream here, people, I'm afraid. We are into the grind mode. We're back in the grind. The issue I've got, of course, is Maca. I'm going to need to find more of it. Because I'm running low on Maca, but there's not much I can really do. So if I can get her to get Zandine and a Mazandine, essentially what you need to do, I think, is you need to be able to hit the boss with a, like, you know, a Dying Skull to take out one of the enemy. And then once that's done, you then follow up with a Ma move, like, you know, Mazandine or Mabufudine or something like that. And that will take you to the next point and will take out quite a lot of the orbs. Right, from memory, I think, is it, I don't know if these actually have any weaknesses. And you need to finish one quickly because they like to use, yeah, so they repel Physical, Gun, Expel and Death. So you need to basically hit them quickly with whatever moves you can. No, I've got Maragidine. And then with any luck, you can hit them with Mabufalar. And then you can hit them with Maziadine. It's a start. So what you ideally want is a point right before a healing sample. But the enemies in that area weren't strong enough. So it's one of those. Oh, it's Samael, who I believe is weak to poison. And I've not got that equipped. His weakness is poison. He's not worth fighting. He's not worth the battle. He's not worth the trouble. No. Oh, now it's a Nidhogger again. Right. Because we're not in fallen form, we will try and hit it with damage as best as we can. Go for a Macacardia. I might have just made a mistake then. I just realised. So let's see what happens on the next turn. That'll be the clue. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I've got away with it. Oh, we shocked him. Right, go for it. Excellent. That could not have gone much better for me, that was good. I don't mind it. It's what. Why won't she cast Salvation? Is she silenced? No. So why can't she cast Salvation? Why can't she cast it? Why can't she cast Salvation? It's a healing move. And we're out of battle. I don't get it. What's the issue? Hold on a second. Let me try that again. Right, I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. Well, I'm going to keep Mediarama equipped rather than Salvation for now. Oh, right, yep. Okay, I have no choice but to go up the stairs. Because the wall is in the way. So I'd say this is part of the problem, because you have to keep climbing the area. And this is where we had that... Oh, are we back here again? What are we doing back here again? I'm sure we've been through it before, haven't we? Or is this a different wall? Weak against gun, nulls fire, and repel electricity, and repels earth and death. Right, if his weakness is gun, I'm going to revert them, because all my moves are ones that are no use. Nope. You are not using that move. I am not being hit with instant kills. I am not allowing it. He's not worth fighting. He's got too many press turns. He's not worth the fight. It's not worth it. Grind does not mean chore, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we've been here before. I might be stuck on an eternal loop here, you know. I might not be able to go any further. Yeah, we're on an eternal loop. Unless I'm missing something, which I possibly am, to be fair. Right, I need to redo my skulls. I need to redo my skulls. I've taken a skill off of Argila because it was not much use. However, it's really helpful here. Where's it gone? There was a move that was 25 MP, and I'm not seeing it now. Where's it gone? I definitely learned it. So where is it? Where? There it is, vanity. That's the one. That's what I wanted. Right, so I went up the stairs last time and it was an eternal loop. So let's go into the door here. I might be at a point where I'm completely and utterly buffaloed. I think I am. I think I'm screwed. I don't think I've got any way to progress. That is cheap, and you know it. Well, I can be equally cheap as you. That move is cheap. You know it's cheap. It's not balanced again. It's not balanced. So I'm taking all that experience. But I think, unfortunately, I'm on an eternal loop. Because I can't get back to the point where it's at, because there's nowhere else to go. If I go back down there, I get stuck on a complete loop. So this is a dead end. There's nowhere through here. So I think I'm at a point where the game won't even let me grind. The game won't allow it. So the game, basically, it has a mode where you can literally make the game impossible.
Make this quick.
If I'm right, unless I'm missing something obvious. Unless I'm missing something really obvious, there's no way out. There is literally no way out. There was no Karma Temple at the top. There was no Karma Temple there. So it wasn't like you had 3 teleport. So there was definitely no way to get up there. There was no way. Absolutely no route. So this is where I came before. So as you can see, through here. It's not. Again, I wouldn't have a problem if I had somewhere to go, but I've got no options. I think I'm at the point where I literally can't progress. I think I've got a point where the game is impossible to complete. Unless I go back and do the whole of the thingy dungeon again. Which I don't want to do on stream. Oh, stop getting the initiative! I'm reloading every state now. Until I get the initiative. I am fed up of being ambushed every single time. The encounter rate is busy enough as it is. To make it so you never get the chance to attack first, you never get the chance to get on the front foot, is unbalanced. Really unbalanced. Nope. 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 I think the game's literally been coded at this point so I can never get the initiative. Never. So. Yeah, the game's been coded. The game's been coded so I can never get the initiative. I can never get it. I never get the initiative. Even though I've invested loads of points in agility, it's making no difference whatsoever. So, the only thing I can possibly do here... Right, there's only one thing I can do. And that is... to see if down here leads to anything, but I don't think it will. Just realised actually he's on low health. Right, hold on. Right, I found a plot. I found a way to carry forward. Nope, not having that. I am not allowing you to have the initiative. Because of a thing like that. I'm not having it. Oh, no, you don't. I am not allowing it. You are not escaping my attacks. You've got the game. The battle's unbalanced enough, thanks to affinities. It's unbalanced enough. Get off my battlefield, you. There we go. That's it, get off the battlefield. Right. Time to take advantage of states again, so I can know what their weaknesses are going to be. Or their strengths, or their repels, everything like that. Yeah, so they literally do everything but ailments. Forgot that, they repel physical. Forgot that. There you go. Nice one for game. He's now got Miragi down as well. Health back, that's good. Right, hang on a second. Ah, I can carry on. That'll do. I thought I was stuck on an eternal loop. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck on an eternal loop. That'd be awful. No one wants that. Oh god. I think he drains gun. Oh, there we are. We poisoned him. That's great news. Oh, that's physical repel. And then he tried to revert us all, which didn't work very well for him. There we go. Yeah, as you say, very confusing dungeon. You're not wrong. I say the issue was the. I say it's like I don't like that kind of thing. It's just it's dismute. That was one. Yeah. It's not even the dungeon that's the problem. It's the fact there was nowhere to get resources back. That was the thing that was really getting on my nerves. I'm just like, all I want to do is progress. And then every time I tried, I was literally being like booted back to a place that I couldn't heal. So that's taken us through the wall, which allows us now to get up the stairs. And then there was this point again. No! You are not killing my party! I am not having it! You are not using cheap moves like that and killing my party because you got the first turn. I am not having it. I am rebalancing the game. I say I like a good test of knowledge. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, this isn't knowledge. This is just you're not getting too bad. You don't go first. That's your tough shit. I can't remember if they repel physical or not. No, they don't. Get out of here, you. Slinky Rook. Get out of my sight. So yeah, so unfortunately people, we are in grind mode. It's the only way I'm going to be able to have a chance here. It's really frustrating, I don't want to do it. But because of the way that you learn magic in this game, you can't just take it for granted. You kind of have to aim for it and hope. Yeah, it takes you back that way. What I'm trying to do is use the arrows on the mini map, but which they've just. I think that's just taken me back to the left, hasn't it? Again, the resistances make that battle. Yeah, I'd say don't feel alone. I got really confused too, because again the issue is that the way it puts it together isn't very intuitive, and you find yourself like constantly looking around. See there, I think this will take me to the right, and that's now put me back through the wall for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so you get put back through the wall, which is really annoying. Right, yeah, so that one just takes you through the wall. Right, so that's fine. What you have to look at is, if you look carefully, you can see in the mini-map, it points, there's a little green arrow. That's the direction you're facing. And you're supposed to try and navigate using that, and it's just really awkward. It's really awkward, it doesn't really work. I mean, it's weak to death, apparently. Don't think I've got any death moves, though. And do I really want to waste my time reverting? Suppose I can do. I'm going to try a revert, and then I'm going to pass my turn. But I don't think I've got Mudo equipped. No, I don't. Right, what I'm going to try here is I'm going to revert and then simply reload when I'm just about to pass my turn here, and aim to get the distressed mode. Get distressed. If you don't get distressed in the next 5 turns, I was about to say if it doesn't get distressed, I'm going to reload. I'm going to just exit the battle. Again, that's that's rebalancing the game. I'm not cheating, but you can see there I'm getting like 900 experience per battle, and it's taking 20,000 to level up. So it just takes absolutely forever, and the enemies are so tanky. And that's my problem with this. It's like, I don't mind grinding if there's a balance to it, but there's no balance to this one. It seems like you just end up doing the same loop over and over again. Right, so here is no good. That one doesn't work. So if we go into this one, yeah, that's right. So that one's definitely out as well. That one is out. So the first two are useless. You have to go through this way. So that's useful to know. You have to turn the left turn. Now, where does this one take me? To the left. And then that's taking me to the stars. So So you go left and then the one to the right. It sounds crazy, it sounds confusing, but it's the truth. Oh, right, okay. Get as many press turns in as we can. Let's not risk failing here. This is a rare time so we've got him on the ropes. There we go. So, I mean, I don't think that was the area that was so bad. I'm sure there was another one that made it even more confusing. That was bad enough, but this one, I think it's this one now that's even more confusing. So as I say, I think, looking at the map... Right, you want to go... Yeah, because we need to try and get to the side so we can run up to the stairs. Because I bet if I'm not mistaken, if I turn this way... Yeah, we've got a solid wall at the end. So we need to get... I think we need to get... If you can see where my arrow is now, it's pointing down. Not the one directly to the left, but the one before, the one next to it. So you got the two, you got the six, you got the 4 squares. I'm stood right next to a square. Go to the one left and one down. I think that exclamation mark is the one we need. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I try going this way and then this way, I get the feeling now it's going to kick me to the right. And that sends me where? In front of the wall. Okay, right. So now that I've established that. So that's the one that I went to that took me to the right into the wall. Will this take me left or right? It's taking me left. And that's put me right to here. That's taken me out of the wall into another area where I don't want to be. Right, that's annoying. It's turned us back. Try and poison him, please. Nice one. You got a critical as well. That's awesome news. That's fantastic. Right, give a hero ration to her. And then what I'll do is quickly retransform. Nice one, he missed completely, that's unusual. Oh no you don't. No. In the words of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I refuse. It's like, oh no you don't. And there he goes. Hang on, who's... Where's this poison? There it is, thank you. Okay. I think this was an area I went to and there was nothing... I got the feeling there was nothing here. Yeah, the door is tightly shut. Complete waste of time then. Right, I can't be bothered reverting. I want to get out of here. Oh no you don't. If I don't want to fight you, I don't have to fight you. It's as simple as that. So if I'm in reverted form, if I've been reverted as the Argila, it's not so bad because then you can like use poison against him potentially. So that's kicked me out of that dungeon and put me where? Back at the top of the stairs. So it's put me at the very top of the dungeon again. That's kicked me to the right, which puts me where? Right, okay. Let's try this way. Nope, let's put me to the left. This is my issue with this, it's just so irritating to know where you're going. Oh, come on! I never get that kind of critical rate. Never! Oh, he does one move that's going to make me instantly kill you with a physical. I'll tell you what, I'll get a critical. How very convenient. It's really irritating when it seems that the RNG is biased against the player. It's really, really annoying. Right, I'm safe stating here, because if it's not going to put me the right way, I'm just going to reload the state. That's the way I'm going to beat this. There we go. I know that usually the best way to deal with him is to have Zeodine, but I've not got it equipped. Oh, what the... Oh, no. Oh, come on. I put that skill on. Why is it taking my skill off? I deliberately found a skill that's about status moves, and it's taking it off me. Why did it take it off? Yeah, it's usually biased, admittedly, but it's still very heavy compared to usual. It's normally nothing like this. Still, I found a place to go. But you can see here, we're barely getting any experience. We're not getting the experience from the fights. The experience is just absolutely junk. We're getting next to no experience. They say his weakness is poison or mute, but I've not got either available. So I kind of just have to hope for the best and try my stronger moves. Doesn't help when I make that mistake. Well, no you don't. You're getting stated. Well, I managed to state him not with the money I expected, but I'll take it. Now that he's dumbfounded. Oh, now he's wandered away. We made him run away. That's a disappointment. That's very disappointing. Oh, look. Another ridiculously long puzzle. But I might have the corridor route available. And I might be able to bypass it. No. No, I don't. Just when you think you're out of the woods, this is part of the problem. There should be, there actually should be up here a 5th Karma Temple where you can warp to and be able to properly, you know, move around. Because I find it really infuriating that there's no sense of being able to do that. So unfortunately there isn't, no. At least I don't think there is, unless I can go and... I could literally leave the entire dungeon, maybe, and go back to an earlier area, where it's easier to hit all the enemies quicker. And to be honest, that might not be a bad idea, because I don't think the experience here is good enough. The experience here is just not good enough. So I might have to try and do that. What I'll try and do firstly is get out of this area. Get to a save point. But this is the problem, it's like I've not got anywhere to go unless I've got any items that allow me to leave the dungeon. Because if I do, I'll use one. So I'm getting fed up here. The experience is just not good enough. I can use a stoma spray for now to get away, but that's about it. No. I say it's the battles are fine, but the experience is just not good enough. Right. That's probably not going to take me the way I need to go, but let's see. So it's taking me to the right, and that's put me where? Okay. I'm going to try all 3 of these. So this is the point where you just run around aimlessly, and it's like really irritating. Can't go anywhere but to the left, unfortunately. But that suggests I need to go to the right up there. Oh, fun. That's not the way I wanted to go. Because now I'm going to get kicked out of the dungeon again, aren't I? Yes, so that way takes you there. Right, where does this way take us? Right, I'm gonna try and shock him. That's how I'm gonna do this one. Do it while he's shocked. Take advantage of the ability to be able to devour enemies. That's literally the plan there. So now I need to get through there to get to the elevator, which is the other side of the wall. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's annoying. The moment I don't want to do it, I hit F3 again like an idiot. Never mind, that's done now. Right, what I need to do is I need to get out of here. Because I say, this dungeon is so bad. It really is. And I said, I bet you've been watching me. I barely made any experience progress, but it's unfortunately the final boss is unless you have a specific skill set, you're not going to be able to win. And I find that kind of thing really unbalanced. I've never liked it. It's like you penalise the player because they've tried to, you know, make the characters their own. And then you make it so that if you haven't actually gone by a specific build, you lose. And that's not, I'd say that's not the way a game should be. You should still be able to damage a boss. Even if you haven't, you know, had the necessary, like, even if you haven't gone the route they would have expected you to, you should still be able to damage the boss. You should be able to cause some consistent damage. I wouldn't expect them to have weaknesses. You know, that's fine. I get that. I understand that. I wouldn't expect a boss to be weak. That's totally reasonable. They're a boss. You can't expect them to be bound by things like weaknesses and that like the player. I get it. That's fine. But my issue is when the balance of it is so heavily weighted against the player. And in this particular case, the issue was that essentially the moves, from what I've read online, and I said I did take a brief look at it, and I'm going to hold my hands up for that because I was getting absolutely flummoxed. And it seems what you have to do is take out one of those orbs using essentially using essentially a spell like Magidine, Bufudine, whatever, and then use the opposite spell on a Mar version for everybody else. You've no way of knowing that as a player. You've no way of knowing that. And so if you've built your character a certain way and you get all the way to that boss and then you find you can't progress, That's just very bad game design. That's not designed properly. If you compare it to Persona 3's final boss, for example, where you have all the characters essentially like able to use different moves at certain times, then it'd be fantastic. It's not a problem then, is it? But here, it just doesn't work. And that's my issue. My issue is that it's the lack of like any ability to account for different builds. So it's just not really on, in my opinion. I don't think it's balanced. It's such a shame because I say the first part of it was an absolute cakewalk. The first part of it, no trouble at all. The first part of it there was very little wrong, but then after that, when it went into its second form, it's not just that you need those skills.
I'm sorry. I'll make this.
It's not just that. It's the fact that if you don't have the knowledge beforehand, you're going to find yourself at a point where you can't even essentially progress the game. And it doesn't help that they give the enemy way too many press turns. That was my big flaw with that battle. Oh, I'm not having that. No! The moment I'm in a position to devour them, the moment I'm in a position to have a stomachache, fuck off! No! I'm not having that. I'm not accepting the RNG. We've had someone level up at least. In the interim... Right, so this put me here, where the only one I've got is that one or this one. And see, the issue is I'm not sure which one I took last time. Right, that's back where I came before, so I'm going to try this one instead. I say the ability to reload like that is helpful the way I'm playing the game, don't get me wrong. Right, that's taking me back to the start, so it is this one. Let's say this is what's confusing. There should be like some kind of point that tells you where you've been and where you're going. I think that's part of the issue with this dungeon design. Right, hang on, that's all the way back there, isn't it? Yeah, so that's no good either. Oh. I think I need... Oh. No. Oh, I am getting fed up. I am so fed up. I am fed up with this. I won't mind, but there should be an option to skip past this. I've already done this part of the dungeon. You shouldn't need to come back and do it again. This is horrible game design. This is so badly designed. Right, fuck this. I'm sick of being interrupted every 2 seconds. I just want to get out. Right, that's just taking me back the way I've come, hasn't it? Oh, I am going out. This is driving me potty! And what am I saying? I've already done this! Why do I need to do it again? I've already defeated this part of the dungeon. Just let me carry on! Oh, yeah. Estoma reduces encounter rate. Yeah, could have fucking fooled me. So if it carries on, I'm going to have to look up a walkthrough for it. If it carries on like this, I've got no hope. Even if there's just a map of the route, but there's no way I've got it. It's driving me absolutely insane. And again, I don't even understand why I need to do it again, because I've already defeated this dungeon. I shouldn't have to do it again. I should not have to do this again. There should be an option to progress to any save point you want after you've got there. You should be able to teleport warp. Compare it to Persona 5. In Persona 5, you get to a safe room, you can choose it, and off you go. Look at Persona 3 in Tartarus. Get to a checkpoint in floor, you can take it, and you can choose it. You should be able to do it here. You should be able to go your own way. This is my absolute problem. I'm losing my mind because I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I did last time. I don't know what I did that was any different. I must have done something. I just don't know what. So if I go through this door... You see, that takes me back into the wall. I'm right back into the heart of the... Yeah, I'm right. So then, if I go here, I can't progress any further because of the wall. So it takes you inside here. Yeah, but I just don't like having to do it, Avian. I really don't like it. I just find it so annoying when, again, it's just down to poor game design. It is such an annoying sequence. So I do apologise for this, people. I really do, but I'm fed up. I'm stuck, and I've beaten this route before. I should not have to do it again. You know, but again, unfortunately, they left nowhere to gain experience afterwards. There was nowhere to go. You couldn't do anything. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find some information now for it. I'm not finding a map for it. I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find the route. I'm on my own. I can't find a map. I've just run a search online. There's no maps available. No, I'm not having a fight right now. I don't want a fight right now. So I'm on my own. There's nothing I can do. I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of clues here, but I'm not seeing anything. Nothing's making sense. Right, where does this take me? All I want to do is get out. That's all I want to do. Right, I can't go here. So that takes me to this door. Great, what's that going to do? Where's this taking me? Absolutely nowhere. That takes me through the wall. Right, that takes me to a dead end. I won't mind, but the battles are getting on my nerves as well. Just leave me alone! I want to get out! I don't want to be fighting you! This is one of the worst designed dungeons I've ever played. It is so badly designed. There is literally no clues as to where you've come from. That's the beginning. Right, okay, I'm now back at the beginning. And what I need to do is get through that wall so I can get through that door to that warp point. That's what I need to do. Unfortunately, the game's not allowing me to do it. And I'm not fighting you, I can't be bothered. It's like, this is one of the worst designed dungeons I've ever played. This is an absolutely horrendous dungeon. It is without doubt the worst I've ever played. It's dead confusing. It's unexplained. There's no way of knowing where you've been. There's no way to track it. You end up going around in circles. It pisses you off, and you shouldn't have to do it more than once. You should be able to choose your warp point. And again, this wouldn't have happened if the game hadn't decided to screw the player over by making a boss fight that's actually almost impossible. So, as a change of pace, I'm going to go back to it. As a change of pace, I'm going to go back to the boss fight. Just to try something. What I need to know is I need to know what those moves are. See, that's quite funny. I was just playing the game with Ransom and you weren't even seeing it. I've only just realised that. Thanks for saying that. See, it just shows how much this is getting on my nerves. I've not even been able to notice that. Nah, this isn't going to work either. This won't work. So this is the worst designed dungeon ever. It is so badly designed. It's confusing. It makes absolutely no sense. There's no clear path to take. And it's just, it's a real drain on the player. So we go this way. It must be in this room. Because it's the only time we know to move around. So, let's go to the right. Sod off! I don't want to fight you! Nope. That's fine. I'm just going to abuse states until I can get a shock attack and I can get a critical. That's the way I'm doing this. It's cheap, but it works. So, unfortunately, let's say the way the game works has been designed to massively abuse the player's patience. Now, where does that take us? That's the question. Back on the outside. Well, that's the way we came before, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You see, this is the problem. Half the time, you don't know if you've already been somewhere or not. Right, does that put me on an eternal loop? Will this take me to the left? Yes, it has. So what does that do? It takes me to a door. Oh, God damn it. I don't know if he's weak to gun. Yeah, he is. That's fine. Missed again, that's kind of... great. I'm alright with that, it's missed a few times, it's done us a favour. Okay. So at least one person's getting another level up, which is cool, but as I say, I mean, we're clearly not strong enough. And that's okay, but... Allow us the chance to actually do some training and getting stronger. Right, I don't think this is going to work, but I'll try it anyway. If it is... Okay. That has brought us a way back to an elevator. And as I thought, this is the place where we started the stream at. So at least we can now inspect by healing up, which is awesome. Then I can save on a different slot. The boss is already dead, so I don't have to worry about that. Now what I want to do quickly is just go through the next room. I don't think, unless I'm wrong, and I probably am, I don't think you can actually... See, that's taken us nearly an hour. You know what I mean? All that time, well, where did we get in terms of, you know, actually getting anywhere? We didn't get anywhere, did we? So what I want to do now is, well, before I get Mantra actually, before I do that, there's one thing I need to do. More like the end of torment rather than the end of frustration, to be honest. No, it's not that. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out. So this is obviously the start of the Karma Temple, the very, very beginning. So my idea... Unfortunately, you can't just run out. You have to go out the long way. Now, I've not started the scene with the world being erased, so we should be able to go places. I think it's one of those. Once you've got the map written, it's not too bad. But it's obviously getting it down. So it's the former home with the brutes. That's where I wanted to go. Oh, well, I suppose I can go here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I'm just going to quickly run around here for a little bit. I need to get max noise, and then if I've got any cells, I'm going to put them up for sale. And then afterwards, I'm going to go into the sewers. Because I reckon in the sewers, we'll be able to actually do better. Oh, that's not all I want to do. In fact, if I'm going to do that, one thing I can do is, if I've got it... Oddly enough, I don't have it, but it's not a big deal. I reckon it'll be fine. It's getting stronger, that's the main thing. It's getting strength. Well, again, it's like, I don't mind the idea of having to make a map avian. It's more a case of making it so it's intuitive. It's just really frustrating that, again, I don't think it helps that that final boss is really unbalanced in terms of how it is. You know, it's those cores. The amount of press turns that it has is absolutely ridiculous. And it would be okay if you could, like, upgrade a skill so you had literally, you know, null an element. So you'd have a shield for an element. That'd be fine. Right, sell item. Yes, I will sell fusion cell. Thank you very much. I do have a better idea on where I can grind, and ironically, it's not this place. It's not here. It's back in the Karma Temple, but in a different area. And to do it, I just need to make a quick change to your skills, because I need you to have, instead of vanity, you need to have... Well, where is it? Where's the skill I want? It's only 13 MP. That's the one, a law. There's a reason for that. Also, while I've got the chance, Karma Temple. Because essentially what I need to do is I need to get my party to have multiple multiple Dime moves. So for example, like he's now got like the one for fire, which is awesome. But I need to get the ones for Argila. So by doing that, she get Mazandine, and more importantly, she get Force Resist, which is her which will cover her weakness, which is a major boost. So he's now got the Death Magic skills, which is now equipped. So I can now equip Mama doing it if I want. But going up here, he has all these available to him. So all these are available to be done. He's only done that one. So yeah, get my Pterodine. That could be useful, actually. And the idea is simple. By getting those characters that way, the second Karma Temple has a better place to grind. Now that I think about it, I know another floor, which is more useful for us, shall we say. Might also be a place to get some money as well, and that'll allow us to get more of these things. So we've got another 10 minutes before the stream pretty much ends, and as I say, it's ended in disappointment tonight. We fought a very challenging boss. We fought an incredibly challenging boss in the form of an aunt, which was very, very hard. An answer was tough. Managed to beat it by stating, which again is something I'm not proud of. Then we had the first two forms of the final boss, which were really not that hard, but the final form was just not balanced. It could have been handled so much better, in my opinion. But my opinion doesn't matter. Actually, there's one thing I do want to do here, which is, team-wise, I want to restore the lineup I had. And skills-wise, I want to put... I know it might sound weird, but I'm actually going to put back on the taunt move. And the idea for it, if it works, is I might try something. I might try something rather crazy, but if it works, it's a good idea. Yeah, I get the feeling that was the very final boss. I think that's the final boss of the game. Which is why it was so frustrating to get there and then have a move set which is ridiculously imbalanced. Having the cores is fine, but having the ability to use 7 turns as a final, I mean, that's, again, it's just, it's not remotely fun. You know, when you turn it around, it's a chore. So, why have we come back here? The reason being that last time I came here, this was actually a better place to grind. Now, these guys, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's life is their key one. Yeah, they're weak against Earth, Expel, and Panic. They're weak against Earth, apparently. So where... Oh, they're Pterodyne. That's the move I was looking for. I don't believe they block fire. Yep, there goes one of them already. That's great. Nope, not having that. Try charming them. Hey, we charmed them. Awesome. So you see, we've already got 1,500 karma. The experience is paid better from that one. That was 3 enemies, much easier to kill, and we actually got better experience. So, annoyingly, I think I'm going to have to run around here for about the next 9 hours. That's the only way to get strong enough for the final boss. Right. If I'm not mistaken, these use fire. And they're weak against ailments only. My idea here is simple. It's a weakness. We can charm them. Meanwhile, good evening, Fiona. Jumping in saying you're back from watching the latest episode of... Oh, Let's Play of Paper Mario 64. That's awesome. You're probably not, but that... You see... This particular move, it's a super version of Marin Karin, more commonly known as Sexy Dance in the other games. And it is a weakness for Titania. See, look at that, 2,500 experience. So this is so much better for grinding. Pazuzu. Can't remember what your weakness is. In other games it's been light, and I've not got any light spells equipped, rather annoyingly. That's weakness force. Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. Okay, that's helpful to know. We'll have 2 press turns. I'm happy with that. Don't think it's going to make a difference. Oh, we charm one of them. That's awesome. And that was a press turn. Did it? Yeah, they take physical damage, but that's all they do. Might as well. Ah, he's come back. So the advantage of like grinding here as well is not only because of the fact we're getting better experience, but look at that. Argyle's already leveled up. It's the fact that we also are finding ourselves in a better position in terms of being able to use a Karma Temple healing point to get our health back. And if you want to review the game, Fiona, that's amazing. Go and give it a chance. Sounds awesome to me. Yeah. Now that I've no longer got the weakness. When I first fought these enemies, that move was crippling me because they were getting press turn upon press turn upon press turn. But now, because I've got the like resist fire, it's making all the difference. And then they're all weakened against it as well. I'm hoping that one of these will use Madeira on us again and get us a free healing. Yep, thank you. Now, how's that for Gemrus? So isn't this a bit more like a bit about it being able to level grind? I mean, obviously grinding's not completely fun, but at least here we're getting some progress. Say 2,500 experience per battle, plus a lot of money as well. I'm not going to argue with this. It's annoying, and of course I'd have to navigate that dungeon again. But I'll simply be looking up what I've done. But yeah, so as I say, Fiona, and you might have noticed there's been a slight change to the stream in the fact that I've got a better way of capturing. And I'm hoping that it looks in better resolution and frame rate for you all. It certainly doesn't sound like it's slowed down to me tonight. And I'd like any input you've got to help improve the streams. But thank you very much for coming and checking out anyway. And yeah, as I say, it's cool you went out to the Chinese Lantern Festival. Paper Mario 64, I get the feeling, unless you get an emulator for it, you're going to find it tough to get hold of. It'll be quite pricey, I imagine. N64 games are starting to get really expensive on the second-hand market, actually. I've seen some of them retailing for stupid amounts of money. Well, yeah, exactly, Avian. You can check the stream, which is always helpful. Not only that, but you can see we're making a massive change here. Like, we've been playing this now, probably stay on for a little longer, actually, because this is actually calming me down. It'd be nice to have a relaxing end to the stream. I've gone from scream to stream. It isn't fun when your own water bottle attacks you when you flip open the lid, though. That's quite annoying. But I say I do have some good news. On the Wednesday evenings, we're going to be offline until Wednesday after this, I'm afraid, people. We're going to be doing a stream I've wanted to go back to for a little bit of time, because I've got massive unfinished business. Thanks to the way the capture was working before. But you've probably been noticing me do quite a lot of test streams of late. There's been a reason for that. And yeah, Queen, you've made it for some of it. You've not made it for the worst part of it, which was I got up to a very hard boss, which requires a strategy to beat it that you wouldn't think of on the fly, because it's so counterintuitive. It's ridiculously counterintuitive. So I'm going to go to end the stream by making a magic build for my Surf. That's what I'm going to do. There was pure rage. Yes, there was. I've had to go and go back to grinding in a lower level, which means I've got to do the Maze of Hell. I did it again. I was right near the top of the. I was right near the top, so you thought you'd get nice experience up there, wouldn't you? No, we were getting next to nothing. We were getting absolutely horrendous experience. Yep, see? Weak against Charm. So I'm going to go into a little bit of overtime, because I want to do a little bit of grinding before we get to the end of the stream, but... Oh, that's awesome, Avian, that you're anime enough you found a copy of Mortal Kombat for the... What was it? For the Super Nintendo, and acquired it for a friend who'd been hunting it. That's fantastic. That's so good. But yeah, we managed to get through the slide dungeon from hell. I've now got the footage so I can have an idea of which way I should be going through each room. And then with any luck, we'll be able to get things through. Because I've got resist fire now on Surf, these battles are nowhere near as dangerous as they used to be. I was getting rinsed thanks to press turns when I first came across these girls. Now, not an issue. And the good thing is they're giving good experience, and they're also helping us out at times. I've just realised I'm attacking the one who's charmed. That's a bad idea. Goodbye. So yeah, I'd say I'm already at 250,000 Maka. I was... Oh!
Did you think I would just let you take my treasure?
Right, I'm going to save state this and I'm going to try and abuse the save states until I can get the success that I want. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Right. This is where I'm going to try abusing save states to see if I can actually beat one of these. The strategy for it is kind of lame. Yes! Oh, look at that. 50,000 experience. Thank you very much. Now you know why they are so hard to kill. Now you know why. That was cheating. I admit it. I regret nothing. I can't remember what these ones were. So the treasure was just experience and money, but it was worth it. So they're weak to earth, and oh, they're also weak to ailments. Interesting. Right, okay. So first of all, Pterodyne. Oh, thank you very much. I will happily eat you for breakfast. Oh, seriously? I am not losing that. Yeah, yes. We can now officially say that Argila is a snake charmer. I'll drink in your booze with delight, Avian. I beat you to the punch, and you're just very jealous, aren't you? Yeah, tummy aches are very annoying, Fiona. They are very, very frustrating. No one likes a tummy ache. Especially when you've eaten a demon and you're trying to make yourself stronger. And so what I'm planning to do here is I'm going to do a massive dump. I'm going to start doing 2 points into magic, 2 points into vitality, I'm just going to make Surf ridiculously powerful with his magic. Right. This is where I'm going to do attack. Attack. And hopefully, if it works, a low. Ah, it's not worked this time. It's annoying. Never mind. We'll try again. He's being heavily resistant tonight. He normally doesn't take. He normally doesn't avoid it that much. Well, it's actually a snake, Avian. It is actually officially classed as the snake class. But you are right. Eating worms, not recommended. You might be wondering why I've put Mediorama instead of Medioran or Salvation on Argila. Because for this point, there's not much reason to do so. We're in an area where we're taking lower damage and we're not fighting the bosses. Essentially, this is an attempt to try and grind our way to bliss. It might work, it might not. Taking our defense down, which is a nuisance, but we can get away with it. Oh! Especially when that happens. That's very helpful. I'm just going to get a little more... Oh, wow, I've got 500,000 Maka. Now I can get something for... and get something for heat. I'll probably give him... Oh, I'll see what his skill tree is, actually. That's a good point. I need to know what his skill tree is. But yeah, so for those of you who've watched tonight, thank you very much, because you guys are all massively appreciated. I appreciate all of it every time you guys check the stream out. As I say, the new form of capturing has proven a success. As I say, I'm hoping that we will be able to do some really high-intensity stuff soon, but more news is to come. But because of this and the way it's been running so far, I'm now feeling pretty confident in my streaming. So as a result of that, I am going to announce that Wednesday night is when we're next going to be streaming. And on Wednesday night, we are going to be picking up Dishonored 2. We are going back. We're going to try again. Oh, gummy worms cause problems for you, did they, Queen? Ooh, I don't want to. I don't think I want to know how that happened, but it sounds nasty to say the least. It sounds very, very frustrating. Right. Okay. Try this strategy again. Oh, no, not a word. Yay, it's worked now. So Ganesha is charmed. Oh, cheers, thank you for that. We didn't need it, but cheers. So the charm wore off, but look at that. He's already nearly maxed out his first one, so I'm going to try and get my characters up. So I'll do this for a little while longer, and then I'm going to have to knock off. But it looks like the Digital Devil Saga finale is going to be waiting for a while. Because there's a lot more that I need to do to... Oh, never mind. Luckily we got away with that. Yep, there we go. Earth Spirit has learned new skills. He's got Terror and Void Earth. Essentially, I want to try and get the skills for the other party members, because it might be to the point where I have to bring them all back into the party. Right, I'm going to try rushing her. Oh, that worked. Well, that was easy. Okay, brilliant. Fantastic. See, even one of them by themselves gets you 802 karma as an experience point. In the upper levels, some of the harder enemies like Samael, I was getting like about 700 for. And they were just way tougher. I think these guys are weak against physical. Nope, they're not. Right, okay. Well, if you guys are weak against, like, you're not weak against physical, it's going to be all magic attacks. So with that in mind... Yeah, get off my screen, you. Fantastic. Oh. Ah, we've got a Garuman Kala, and we also have a Hanuman. That was a gamble, but it worked. Try using a law, because I'm pretty sure Garuman Kala's weak to them. Yes! Oh, so he's not the only one who's weak to them. Brilliant. Try Zandine. Nice, and then Zeodine. Bye-bye. So look at that, we've got a HP noise, which increases maximum HP, and 2,000 karma. And also, Surf has now got Ice God. Oh wow, these guys are on the attack, aren't they? Oh, that's annoying, to say the least. Nice one. I don't know why I've just gone into that mode. Right, let's try using magic again. Yeah, it would have been easier to use magic for sure. Remember, Fiona, just because one doctor says that something's fine, you're always entitled to get a second opinion. If you don't think you've been treated properly and they've not paid attention, raise it with another doctor. As I say, we're into overtime on the grind, because unfortunately we need to get stronger to about that boss. It's as simple as that. But if I can get lucky with another one of those enemies, which the Amoyakanes, which you can basically take a lot of experience from, 50,000 karma is almost a guaranteed level up. So if you get them, that's one way of doing it and getting around the issue. So we'll carry on for a little while longer. This is, as I say, it's calming me down after what's been a very frustrating stream. Excellent. Both times it missed. Glad about that. Yeah, this is where I should... I'm using the single attack ones for now because it's a good strategy. Especially if I can pass and do it again. Oh, he's still alive. How is he still alive? He really should be dead. He is now. Still, to be fair though, it gave us a good amount of Oh, I didn't change Surf's thingy, did I? Damn it. So he has, to be fair, learned quite some useful skills, so that could come in handy. Right, bear me a second. So Surf currently has Bufudine, I believe. Now I'm going to be switching it out for Mabufudine. So he now has Mabufudine as well. So essentially the idea is to try and get as many all spells as possible, just so we can start attacking them. So I get the feeling if you have, say, like Maragidine, Mabufudine, Materadine, Mazarndine, and then the boosts and the amps on the other ones for one character, that character can be one of your super tanks for after all the others have been taking them out in one shot. That's the strategy anyway, because that's the only way to beat that boss form was in. I think it's basically you got to try and take the orbs out, and at that point it'll be much better in terms of managing the damage. So let's see, Server's got Ice God, so we'll now get in place. Yeah, I say that's Almighty, but Almighty did no damage. Almighty did absolutely sod all damage to her. I'm not familiar with that game you want to play, Fiona, but that's awesome that you're looking forward to it that much. That's fantastic. Right. Tell you what you could do with learning one of the other ones as well. You can learn the Force one. It shows where the skill tree system in this game is great, but I think if you don't have a guide that tells you what you should have for your final end build, you can run into the trouble I've had where you're completely locked out. But with that, we have just got to the point where we have been able to get a little more grinding in. I'm now in a position where I can spend some time off stream, hopefully getting a lot stronger. And then we can try again. So that's going to happen later in the week. However, on Wednesday evening, we are going to be returning to Dishonored 2. We're going to start again. And we are hopefully going to be in the position to put on a much better version of that game in terms of streaming. My test streams seem to go relatively okay. My test footage elsewhere seems to have gone okay. And all will be revealed on Wednesday evening at 8 PM GMT. That's when I am next back. So I'm taking a couple of days off because I've got errands to do. But until then, thank you all very much for watching. And we like a challenging final boss, but make it balanced.